Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. So it's still World Card Making Day and we are going to make card number 2. So hopefully you watched the first video where we made our fall card, and today we're going to be making another one. So I'm going to be using a bundle from the annual catalog, and it's called Celebrate Sunflowers. And so this is an awesome stamp set. Okay, and it also has the dies, the coordinating dies, which we are going to use in a sort of a different way. So let's get started today making this card. So the card that we're going to make is actually a fun fold, and I'm calling it a tuck card. And so the way that this works is that you take a piece of cardstock, hold on, and this is 4 1/4 by 11. I did score it at 5 1/2, but instead of just folding it, I'm going to cut off a piece of it. So I'm going to cut off the 2 3/4 from the end. Okay, that's the cut we're going to make. And then we're going to fold it on that score line. Okay. Now this piece is going to be used later, so the first thing we want to do is we want to do a little stamping on here, and I'm going to use the leaves from the Celebrate Sunflowers. I'm going to use the bigger leaf, and I'm actually going to stamp this in white craft ink. So your white craft ink pad comes uninked, and comes with the reinker, bottle of reinker, so you would just ink it up. Okay. So we're just going to stamp all over this very lightly, just to make a background. Okay, maybe one more down here. There we go. Okay, so we have a little bit of a background going on. We're going to let that dry because that is craft ink. It takes a little longer to dry. Okay, and in the meantime, I'm going to take a piece of Very Vanilla. So this is thick, basic, Very Vanilla, and this is actually 2 1/2 by 4. Okay, so that it will layer nicely onto this piece that we cut off of our other piece. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stamp the sunflower, the small sunflower from the stamp set. So this is a cling stamp set. Love the red rubber cling. Okay, and I'm going to stamp this in Memento Black. Okay, and then I want to stamp it again, but I want to make it look like the other flowers are behind. So I am going to mask that first flower. And what's cool about the dies is that you can cut out some masks quick and easy. So I did cut these out of Post-it notes. So I'm just going to lay this on top, just like that. And then I'm going to stamp again. Okay, and one more time. This time I think I'm going to stamp it up here, just like that. Okay, then when you take the mask away, looks like those flowers are behind the other flower. Okay, then, so I have the mask. I'll just keep those. Don't need to get rid of them. Now I'm going to do some coloring. And I think what I'll do on this is use my blends. So I want to just start coloring with some blends. And I'm going to use my, these are the light and dark Daffodil Delight. And so I'm going to first start with the light and using the side of my blend so that I don't destroy the tip. I'm just going to come and color in the petals of the flower. And one reason I really like this stamp set is because it has all of these, you can see all these dark lines that is your guide. That's actually your guide to shading, which makes it super easy, okay? And I'm going to come back with the dark, and I'm going to go right on those lines and just color, and you can see how easy it is to follow along and make the flowers look, the petals look pretty real. And I'm not coloring the whole petal. I'm just coloring where I see those lines. I'll let that dry for just a second. The alcohol to evaporate. And I'm going to come back with my light again. And now I'm going to kind of blend the darker color back into the light. And this is the cool part about your blend markers. And you can move outside of the color family, so you don't necessarily, oops, I think I forgot this one. You don't necessarily have to just use the light and dark of one color. You can go to the next color, which I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so we have those. Now I think it needs, of course I'm going to color the centers. So I am going to use, I think I'm going to use the soft suede. So I'm going to start the same way. Color centers with soft suede, the lighter soft suede. And then come back with the dark and go around the edge where I see those little dots. And the center. And then blend. So you can see that it really sort of mutes the light into the dark. That's so pretty. I am going to do some of the leaves. There's not much here, but I'm going to do, I'm going to use Mossy Meadow, light and dark. Do I have light and dark here? This is dark. I'm sorry. It's this Old Olive. Well, I'll use Old Olive. I think this is the dark Old Olive. I think my light Old Olive might be out of ink, so I just have, seems like I go through the light faster than the dark. So I'm going to pull up my light Mossy Meadow. Yeah. And that's how I'll shade this with my light Mossy Meadow. It's kind of what I was talking about, that you don't always have to just use one color family. You can kind of move around. Okay. Looking good. All right. Now, put these back. I am kind of anal about keeping everything in its place. Okay. Now, I think it needs a saying. So I think I'm going to do, from the stamp set, Know That You Are Loved. And I'm going to do that in Black Memento. Looking good. Okay, I think that's finished. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on layer this onto my black cardstock. Oops. That wasn't good if that would have stuck. Okay. All right, now before I put that on my card, I want to do something on the inside. And so I have that another piece of Very Vanilla. So this is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to use my Adorning Designs decorative masks. So these are in the mini catalog, and reasonably priced, very reasonably priced, and they're seasonal. So you get 4. You get the snowflakes. Then you get this one, it kind of a design, kind of like a, I don't know exactly what design that is, a stripe. And then this one. And I think I'm going to use this one. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to tape this down. A little bit of washi tape. I'm going to use a blending brush, and I think I will use this one. And I want to get my crumb cake pad, which I should have had over here. And what I'm going to do is just pull up a little ink and do a little blending on here, a little stenciling. So you can do a lot with these stencils. You can use your paste, okay, your embossing paste, which is very cool to give it a lot of texture. You can spritz these. You can do what I'm doing, which is just lightly go over them. Okay, let's see how that looks. Pull up one corner and take a peek. Oh yes. So isn't that so cute? I love it. All right, and these are easy clean. Since they're plastic, just wash them. You can either use a baby wipe or you can take them to the sink and just wash them with water. If you do use embossing paste, you need to be a little more vigorous cleaning them. You need to use warm water and do it pretty quickly because you don't want that embossing paste to dry on there because it won't come off. So you need to clean them quickly. Okay, I'm liking that. Now, know that you are loved. Do I need to do another saying? I don't think I need to do another saying on the inside. I think it's time for me to start assembling this. So I'm going to add this on inside my card. And now, before I add this on, I want to add a little ribbon. So I'm going to use some of this black gingham ribbon. Ooh, love this ribbon. And the thing with this ribbon is I think it is back ordered or unavailable at this moment, but will be available again. And so when it is, you may want to consider getting it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tint this green. So I'm just going to take this, my blend marker, and tint some of this so it's black and green instead of just black and white. How far should I go? Go that far. And the cool thing is it dries really fast because it is alcohol. That looks good. I'm really being brave today with all the bows I'm making. And saying that, I just get nervous and start messing up. Looking good, man. Did that just the right amount. Okay, now, one last thing. This is a tuck card, right? So, to keep this closed, I'm going to put a little tuck on the side. So I have a piece here, and it's 2 by 2. I'm just going to cut it in from corner to corner and make a triangle. And I'm going to use some of my small dimensionals. I'm just going to put 3 of them on here, one on each corner. Okay. Get the backs off. Just did my nails. I don't want to mess them up just quite yet. Did I kind of cut that wonky? I think I did. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here in the corner. So I'm going to show you. Okay, so now I have this little triangle, right? And it's popped up because I put the dimensionals in it, behind it. So what I want to do is make sure that this tucks behind. So I'm going to put some adhesive on here, just on that one side. Tuck it under. And voila. Okay, so we have our tuck card, and it just flips out from underneath and opens like that. All right, so hope you enjoyed this card today, and I'll just keep making them until I don't know, until I don't have any more ideas. So enjoy World Card Making Day. Hope you get out some of your stamps and have some fun. Talk to you later. Bye.